By the law of Fichis, when an apprentice turns 18, Ogiri must leave for the human world. After a long period of wandering, she arrived at the small peach farm deep in the forest where Ogiri had fled in shock after seeing the pyre. She met Sage, who had lost one arm and one leg. Ogiri heard the story of the pyre's past, handed Ogiri a violet potion left behind by her missing mother. Then, from outside, I heard the distant murmur of villagers' voices growing louder.
Ogiri, where are you? Come out.
I looked out the window and saw Mark calling my name at the top of his lungs. The glass shop owner following close behind with a glass lamp. Owen holding up a sign with something written on it. And villagers trailing after them with torches and pitchforks. Were they coming to attack me? As I stood there, frozen in confusion, Sage spoke urgently from behind me. You've never met me. When I turned around, she was already climbing onto Ash's broad back, slipping out through the back door. The way she moved felt far too familiar. She wasn't hiding me in her house. She was leaving me behind and hiding herself. The violet potion sat alone on the table, glowing unnaturally bright. Outside, the villagers' voices grew closer. Then I caught sight of the words on Owen's sign through the window. Ogiri, please come out and hear us out. Right. Running away without even listening to Owen like a coward that didn't feel right. Besides, I had my broom. If things turned dangerous, I could always take off into the sky. I reached for the front door, then hesitated. The image of Sage, fleeing in a hurry, yet so instinctively heading for the back door, wouldn't leave my mind. I let go of the handle and slipped out through the back door instead, the one Sage had used. I took a wide detour, careful to keep her house out of sight, and circled around behind the villagers. I took a deep breath, tightened my grip on the broom, and stepped forward. That was when Diane spotted me first. Without a word, she wrapped her arms tightly around me. Mark, the glass shop owner, and Owen noticed me a moment later to gather around. Can I really trust these people? Are you trying to lure me out to put me on a pyre? I asked. The villagers holding the torches and pitchforks froze, exchanging startled looks, then began speaking all at once. If you go this deep into the mountains without torches, we will get lost. And the brush is thick. The glass shop owner burst into a hearty laugh, waving his hands to calm them down. Guess I never properly introduced myself. We met briefly at the glass shop, didn't we? My name's Rowan Hale, Owen's father, and the current leader of this community. I should have told you all of this when you first arrived in our village. That was my fault. If it's alright with you, I'd like to explain everything properly now, slowly. I nodded carefully. I could always run if I needed to. As we all walked back together toward Clearbrook Square, I listened to the village history. Much of it matches what Sage had told me, but there was more. Rowan explained that ever since he was young, there had been voices calling for the pyre to be dismantled. Yet the leader before him had insisted it remain, a reminder that their past mistake must never be forgotten. But Clearbrook has grown peaceful, busy, and happy. To the point that the very existence of the pyre had nearly faded from memory. So when a real witch appeared before them, the old fear didn't suffice right away. I see. Now everyone was seated in a circle at Clearbrook Square, watching me closely. Owen looked at me, his face tied with worry. When Rowan finished speaking, I slowly stood and walked over to Owen. I handed him the violet potion Sage had given me. Without a trace of suspicion, Owen swallowed it in one gulp. He coughed silently a few times, then finally coughed.
Wow, thank you. It feels so good to finally talk like this again. I thought you were gone for good. I promised to show you around the village and I didn't think deeply enough about you. I'm so sorry.
As if he'd been holding it all in, Owen's words spilled out the moment his voice returned. I let out a small laugh, and then everyone else laughed with me. But hey, this potion is actually really good. Did you make it with herbs from the forest? Looking into Owen's sparkling eyes, a familiar sense of mischief bubbled up inside me. He'd told me before he really liked frogs. Nope, it's made from frogs.
Please subscribe me and thumbs up if you like to read more of the Witch's Diaries.